Can you come back over here? Come on. Can you guys come over? Come on over here.
This Encore presentation of Real Horse Rescue's premiere episode, updated with a special appearance by Michele Riggi, is made possible through the generosity of Andrew Ellsbury, Certified Journeyman Farrier, in support of Little Brook Farm's 5th Annual Gala on Saturday, August 15th. Throughout the Northeast, Andrew Ellsbury offers holistic hoof care solutions to serve the needs of performance, pleasure, and rescued horses.
Hello there. You're all spotty face. You've got a little spotty face. You're very cute.
Today on Real Horse Rescues, we'll visit Little Brook Farm in Old Chatham, New York, home to 20 breeds of 75 rescued horses. We'll join up with students from Abram Lansing School in Cohoes, New York, to experience the magic of horses through their eyes. And we'll meet the extraordinary Lynn Cross, who founded Little Brook in 1977.
If we bought and sold and bred and were, that wouldn't have the same impact as the fact that each of these horses have a story, and they're all great, they're awesome, they're healthy, they're sane, they're sound.
She, along with her daughter, Summer Brennan, an accomplished rider, have developed a proven approach to rescue that is saving lives and healing hearts. I'm Susan Kane. Stay with us for all this and more, coming right up on Real Horse Rescues. Real Horse Rescues is underwritten in part by the Unbridled Thoroughbred Foundation, an organization dedicated to the betterment of equine welfare and protection through the production of educational media. In 1986, Lynn Cross created B.I.T.S, an acronym for Balanced Innovative Teaching Strategies. Since then, B.I.T.S has served over 80 schools, agencies, and organizations, and upwards of 2,000 individuals in a given year. I could feel the anticipation in the air getting ready for kids to arrive for the B.I.T.S program. How did you come up with B.I.T.S, and what will today's activities entail?
Well, we are in essence an outdoor classroom, and kids learn so much more. Experiential learning is most effective. And so you can't teach the things that we're about to teach them in a classroom, a traditional classroom. It's not possible. So I had gone back to college in 1986 at St. Rose, and I put this program together. So we have a whole curriculum, and my first class came out in November of 1986.
Thanks, Lynn. We'll see you next year. Thanks, girls. Thank you. Bye.
Goodbye to your helpers.
Bye. Thanks, Lynn.
I have a teacher friend who works with a class of autistic children. She's now retired, but she put this together with me back in '86, and she's still on the board of directors. The traditional therapeutic riding programs, you usually have a physical therapist on staff, and that's just not financially realistic for me. So the way I designed it is that the students come through the school, so it's a field trip here. And so all their physical therapists, speech therapists, the adaptive PE teacher, they all come with the students. So they already know the children. So I came up with a program where the children are bused here through the public schools. And they rotate around. They have a little map, and they rotate around to various centers throughout the day, and they're exposed to a little bit of everything. You have inner city children who are most likely to be coming to the country and a farm for the first time in their lives, and it will probably be the only time.
Well, I see a groundswell of programs using horses to help children, not only physically, but also with mental health issues
Sure.
and behavior issues.
Sure.
And
they're magic. They are just magic. And they are, we have taken rescued horses and we have rehabbed these horses and bring them back. And all the horses the kids are working with were previously rescued, and a lot of the kids identify with that. It's huge. I think if we bought and sold and bred and were, that wouldn't have the same impact as the fact that each of these horses have a story, and they're all great. They're awesome. They're healthy. They're sane. They're sound. They're awesome. And here comes our bus. The teachers, the quality of the teaching is glaringly apparent when they come out to something like this. The teachers will be going through the hay tunnels with the kids.
In New York State, Section 809 of the Education Law requires publicly funded elementary schools to provide instruction on the humane treatment and protection of animals. It is well documented that humane education cultivates empathy, compassion, and respect in our youth towards all living beings and helps children develop into caring, responsible citizens.
Okay. How many are here today?
21.
All right, so we have 4 groups of 5-ish and a 6.
5 groups of 4.
Can we do 4 groups of, we need 4 groups. 4 groups would be great. So we have 4 stations. So we're doing this a little bit differently in that in order to do the hike at the end, instead of walking through the barn the way we used to, I have them go directly up to watch the riding demo. And then that gives them plenty of time to take that really nice hike at the end of it.
Sounds good.
All right, so
All right, Miss Skidmore's class, listen up, come here.
So let him approach you. Don't go up to him, okay? Just stay right there.
Stay right there.
Okay. Can everybody take a look at the wraps on his legs? Can you see?
The wraps on his legs, the different colors.
All right, Summer, I would love to tell you that. Can everyone come over here now? Come on back.
Summer's gonna get ready. Come here.
Come on over here.
Jackson.
Come on over.
We just got it.
Come here, guys. Come over this way.
At the same time.
Okay, come here.
Come on over. Come here. Come here. Come here. Okay, we got to come over this way. All right. Is everybody listening?
Yep.
That's Hamlet. Hamlet is the horse. And that's my daughter, Summer. And all the horses here were rescued, right? You guys all knew that already?
Yeah.
Okay.
We do some it.
Awesome. Okay, so they're all rescued, and Hamlet is a horse that Summer rescued and trained. Do you see on his legs he's wearing wraps?
Yeah.
He's not injured. Those are polo wraps, and we have them in 2 different colors. Can you see that? Okay.
Red and blue and white.
Blue and white. Stay up here, boys. Stay right here, because he's going to go that way, and I don't want you to get stepped on. So
Here on his face.
show him this teeth. Go ahead. Get ready.
Oh, he has 4 teeth.
Okay. So when Summer's going to ride Hamlet, and she's going to do a demonstration in the ring with Hamlet, and the polos will help you. They'll help you. I'll explain when we get up there.
Yeah.
Okay, so Summer is going to start out with Hamlet. Are you getting on here or up there?
Probably up there.
Okay. You want to go ahead and we'll keep the kids contained?
Look at the heads. Look at the heads.
Summer, go.
Let Hamlet go with Summer.
All horses have that.
Okay, everybody watch his legs. You see the polos on his legs, those wraps? Can everybody tell me how many beats does the walk have? How many legs hit the ground separately? Can you count? Who said 4? You're right. 4. He has 4 legs, and at the walk, each foot hits the ground at a different time. Now she's going to ask him for a trot, and watch what happens with the polos. So how many feet hit the ground at the same time now? 2. Very good. Watch the blue polos and watch the white polos. They hit the ground exactly at the same time at the trot. He's sneezing.
All horses have that.
All right, now what's she gonna do?
Get off.
Get off? Now, how is she getting him to do this, by the way?
Because she trained movement.
She trained him, but what is she doing to get to communicate to him? How does he know she wants him to back up? Now look at him.
What? Wow, look at that. It's the thing that she's holding.
She's holding the reins. Yep. She's holding the reins. But is there anything else do you think she's doing? Suppose she dropped her reins, her legs. Look at her face. Look at her head. She's looking in the direction she wants the horse to go. Can you see her head turned? The horse even knows where she's looking. He can see her up there. He can feel her and see her, even though he's on the ground and she's on top of him. Horses have good and bad days just like people do. They get a little bit antsy also, a little excited. That's him today. That's why she was saying she wasn't sure if he was going to listen. There he goes. That's called a canter. Can you tell me how many beats the canter has? What do you think?
4.
Well, it's 3. Look at those white polos. The white polos hit the ground at the same time again, but the blue polos hit the ground separately. So it's 1, 2, 3 are the gaits of the canter. If you listen, you'll be able to hear it. He loves the kids. Come on down off the fence. Come on.
You can fall over. Isabella.
He really enjoys the kids.
He was just showing off and he wasn't really listening.
That's a...
No, I don't think Isabella was there when I first went away. I might break your roof off.
Are you chilly?
No.
Good. We break into groups, as you did, okay? And you're going to rotate around to different stations. And everybody gets a chance to do each one. Is everyone listening? Everyone gets a chance to do everything. That's why we rotate around. So, you want to know where you're going?
Yeah.
Okay. So, the first group is riding. Next group is grooming. Okay? Grooming where you brush the horses. Every time we put a saddle on the horses, they're groomed before the saddle is put on. You're going to learn how to groom. Does anybody know what's next? No, that's first. Grooming. It's called stable management. That's because we put these horses in stalls and we lock them in. And they can't let themselves out to go to the bathroom, so they go to the bathroom in their stalls, and we don't want them to sleep in it. That's not fair. So we all take turns cleaning the stalls. All of us. Every person here. Right? Because these horses are all rescued and somebody didn't take care of them before we got them, and that's never going to happen again. Oh, everybody does that. And it's fun.
It'll be fun.
It'll be fun. Okay. All right. And the last part
And the last part is the last station. Listen.
is the hay tunnel. Right? And you're going to be building a hay tunnel with Caitlin. And we have another Kate. You'll be working with Opal and you on the riding piece of it. That still doesn't. I don't want. Tell me if that bugs you. It does, doesn't it? It's not wanting to go down.
Or does it feel a little loose?
Oh, it feels good.
Can you
Shake
do
your
this?
head, yeah. Shake it hard.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, you're good.
Oh.
Finally, like Cinderella and the shoes, we finally found one that fit. One of the teachers said she loves bringing the children here because of the safety issue, and the kids they're actively engaged for all these hours, but they're free to explore to a certain extent. It's like organized chaos, but there's no cars, there's no evil people. Yeah? Okay, this is a,
Soap, I think it's medicine.
it's a glycerin bar. You want to smell? And it is a type of saddle soap. We're going to see how dirty this saddle is. Okay, so this is an English saddle. This is what you guys are riding on Opal. This is a Western saddle. You see the difference with the horn? So you take your sponge, put it in the water.
Oh, I can take a new one?
Absolutely. Have at it. Brand new one. Put it in the water and squeeze it really hard. Good job. When you get the top of the saddle, you can turn the saddle, the English saddle, back over. And oh, wait, no, you have to dump it. Good job, guys.
Okay, so you guys are going to be...
So look here, hon. Look at all of this. Can you get all of this out? It's really dirty. That's it. And there's like, it's everywhere.
Yep, just stay away from this part, okay? Because that's like the claw.
There.
I already did that part.
It's okay. This saddle's really dirty. That's why I brought it out here, because I knew you guys would do an awesome job with it.
Can you get right here?
Yes. Thank you for asking.
Jackie, what does it mean to you as a teacher to be able to bring your kids to Little Brook Farm?
Oh, it's fabulous. Some of these students never had the opportunity to even be on a horse, let alone get up and close and personal, and they get to really see how a farm works. It's not just, pretty horses. They have to work, and they're really excited about doing it, and they learn to really appreciate it. So it's really a great, precious time, and it's so exciting to be able to see how excited they get.
What are some of the things you do to prepare your kids for this trip?
Well, we have a couple of different articles that we read about different types of horses because there are a variety of horses here. So they learn the different colors of horses, the names of the horses. We also, they learn how to draw horses. And what we do is we have a raffle, actually, throughout the schools. Each child participates in preparing a quilt, a part of the quilt, and then what we do is we raffle that quilt off, and the money that we make from that, we donate it back to Little Brook Farm. The parents get involved and the community, so it's really neat to be able to give back. And the kids understand that they're giving back because they know we explain to them how difficult it is and how expensive it is to take care of the animals, and how Miss Cross does an amazing job, and she never says no.
What are some of the residual benefits that you see the kids bring back to the classroom?
Definitely a different appreciation for animals and appreciation for just learning how to take care as a community, and that it's important that you work together as a team because every station that they do besides the riding is team building, and that really learn to care and understand and appreciate the horses.
Of the 4 activities offered, riding definitely won out.
Is she waiting to ride next?
It was amazing. I get to turn the horse, and I real quick went around, and it was pretty amazing.
Kate, you have been tirelessly walking the kids around one after the next. Tell us a little bit about your work at Little Brook Farm.
Well, I'm a pre-veterinary intern here, so I'm hoping to learn more about animal care mostly, but we also do lots of other stuff, including working with the kids here and some lobbying and just some of everything. There's lots of.
How did you come to find Little Brook Farm?
I actually ran into Lynn and the farm and our horse, a Mustang Amato, at the Equine Affair a couple years ago.
How long have you been interning here?
I've actually been here for 3 summers, which is more than most people, but it's been really fun.
What have been some of the highlights of your time here?
Last summer, I rescued a fawn from a woodchuck hole. We got a call, and he needed help, so did that. That went on my vet school application. Also, lots of opportunities to ride. This weekend, I'm riding with a really cool clinician, Eric Horgan, and yeah.
Do you come from a horsey background?
I've never owned a horse. I kind of took lessons once a week as a kid, but I definitely learned a lot more about horses while working here.
Well, the horse world will be a much better place when you're in it, and we look forward to calling you Dr. Kate in the near future.
Thank you.
What are some of the things that can be done to encourage schools to participate more in this type of activity? Is it a required part of education that kids do trips like this, or do you reach out to the schools? Help us understand that process a little better.
I originally started the field trips with the teacher friend that I was telling you about with Questar. And then all the different teachers, when they heard that she was going, then they contacted me to come. I did the first year for free because I wanted to prove that it worked. So then after that, I started getting paid when the classes came. I felt that this would be very good for the inner city children. And I did approach the one school about that. Over time, teachers used to contact me a year in advance to get a spot for their kids because it became very, very popular. So we had classes every day and then regular lessons after school. And then with the budget cuts, field trips were eliminated, not just to me, but enrichment programs in general are cut when there's a crisis financially. So they started cutting the programs that most of the kids get up to go to school to attend. A lot of times music and art and sports are cut, certainly the field trips. It's a challenge to keep the farm going day after day. This is 38 years here. But every time the kids come, I get to see it through their eyes. So I get to relive it over and over and over through them. And it motivates me when the buckets are frozen and the water won't work and the mud is thick. You just get past that and to the summer when the kids come back.
So it sounds like the kids do as much for you as you do for them.
Yes. It was the one year, John L. Edwards and Hudson, it was part of their curriculum for 19 years. And the one year they had no funding for busing. And so Ted, my husband, took me down to the school and paid the busing for my Christmas gift to get the kids here.
Saturday, August 15th is Little Brook Farm's 5th Annual Gala. This year, the focus is to raise the roof for an indoor arena to ensure the B.I.T.S program can operate year-round. Here's a word from Honorary Chair Michele Riggi.
Oh, well, Little Brook is absolutely such a beautiful sanctuary for horses, and goodness gracious, these animals have had the lives of royalty, some of them, and then there's no place for them to go, and this is such a beautiful place for them to live their life and be happy and be covered and protected. And look, this guy's a real character, right? It's like the real Mr. Ed. But no, it's very beautiful. And I'm thrilled to be here, and I'm thrilled to be supporting them and these beautiful creatures.
For tickets and more information on Little Brook Farm's 5th Annual Gala, visit Little Brook on Facebook or at their website, thelittlebrookfarm.org. Friends, together we can raise the roof and make sure B.I.T.S operates year-round. In this week's Real Horse Rescue story, we'll learn about Hamlet's journey from a kill pen where he was rescued, along with 23 other summer camp horses.
He was actually originally leased by a summer camp for their Girl Scout camp, actually. And what a lot of summer camps do is they'll lease horses for the summer, and then at the end of the summer, the horses end up going for slaughter. So he was one of those horses. And the scary part is that he had absolutely no training. He was only 5 years old, and fortunately, as far as we know, there weren't any accidents with him. But when I got him, he didn't know how to steer. He didn't know anything. And actually, the first time I slid on him bareback, he absolutely exploded. He'd never been sat on bareback before, so it was lucky they didn't actually put kids on him bareback at that camp, because it turned out that was a pretty large reaction every time. He's since fine with it now.
He was actually being saddled and ridden by children in a summer camp?
Yeah, he was being led with children on his back, but he was also undernourished, underfed, and the equipment didn't fit properly. It was a very, I'm sure he wasn't his usual feeling good self, so he, managed to keep himself in check, but I'm sure if he had been feeling better, he would have not been safe for them to ride.
Well, he absolutely floated around your arena like a seasoned dressage horse. Tell us a little bit about your history with him, bringing a slaughter horse to this point.
Well, I got him when I was 15. He was 5 years old, and I trained him. I brought him along, and he's done everything from combined training, eventing. He does training level eventing. He does dressage. We've done competitive trail riding. We've done basically everything. He's the most versatile horse ever. And it's funny because shortly after I rescued him and we got his weight back up, I rode him in a clinic and was offered $10,000 for him, only about 6 months after we paid meat price for him. So it just goes to show the quality of the horses that end up in the slaughter pipeline. But of course, I would never sell him, and we don't sell any of our horses. We will adopt them, but with strings attached, they have to come back if the new owner can no longer keep them.
Now, I understand you've got some really cool adoptable horses.
Yes, we do. Sorry, he wants the grass really bad. Too hard for him to resist. Yeah, we do have a lot of wonderful horses that need homes, but we're very, very picky about who they go to. So if you're interested in adopting a horse, you have to bear with us and be able to prove that you have a safe facility and good vet references and experience.
Well, that's a wrap for this episode of Real Horse Rescues from Little Brook Farm in Old Chatham, New York. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. If you would like to learn more about the programs and activities offered at Little Brook, please visit their website, thelittlebrookfarm.org. I'm Susan Kane, and I'll see you next week.